Hello, I'm EG, and this is Crocheting with EG, and in this video I'm going to be putting away my recent yarn hauls, hopefully, if I can find room for them. No, the Hobby Lobby clearance, Dialogue clearance haul, and then the Michaels haul. And I'm going to be trying to find room on my yarn wall for that. And then if I can't, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that whole make room by making things idea that I had. Hopefully I'll be able to find the room, because I have a lot of whips. Like I literally have some on my table right here that I'm going to be putting in a bag. But like I'm working on my mom's blanket, I'm working on some of my other whips. I need to finish my prod stuff, and I want to finish some other whips too. And so I don't want to think, oh, I need to pull yarn off my wall and make something with it just to make room for yarn. I'd rather just put this away and then work on the whips that I'm already working on. But if I need to do that, I will. And so that's basically what this video is going to be. Me putting away the yarn, and then talking generally about you know, organization and what to do with my whips and all that kind of stuff. So these are the bags, the Hobby Lobby bags, which I need to find room for. And I think there's only a couple skeins that are going to go on my niece's wall, so I do need to find room for most of this stuff on my wall. And then these from Michaels, the ring spun, which oddly enough, just sort of size, well, it's not really a size story, but I was looking on michaels.com, and they, because I wanted to, I told my mom that I was getting all this ring spun, and then I told her that they had a pink in there. It's called Rose. They had a pink in there, and just in person, it's just not a very pretty pink. It almost looks like a peachy pink, but like almost like a dull shade of it. I'm not really crazy about it, and the pink color. But like if you go in there, there's not many of the skeins left. I took, you know, half of the ring spun that they had, but they do have a lot of that pink left because I didn't take any. But also I was because I really like that blue color. If you want to watch my video, there's a blue color, and because I like that, but I didn't want to clear the shelf. I only took 2. There was 4 in there, because the last time I went into Michael's there was 2 left, and nobody has taken the other 2. I'm tempted to just take it. I hate to even do that, but I cleared out the ring spun the last time they were having the clearance, but and it seems like I'm the only one that, you know, practically buys yarn in there in my Michael's. But I would like to have those other 2, but I didn't want to clear the shelf. So what I did was I don't know if you're supposed to do this, but you can kind of see that they have those drawers underneath the shelves or whatever, and so I pulled the drawer out just to see if there were any extra blue down there, because I thought if there's an extra blue or 2, then I wouldn't feel so bad about getting more of the blue. But there wasn't. But it was just, there was like maybe 1 skein of something else, but all the rest of it in that blue, I mean in that black drawer that I pulled out, it was all that rose color, because like it's not a very pretty color. And so I didn't want to get into the rose, but I couldn't believe how many. It was 18 skeins total left in that store. So I didn't take the other 2 blue, but anyway, so I was on michaels.com because I wanted to pull up to see if they still had the listing there for that pink color, because I wanted to show my mom that, like, you know, what the color looks like. It looks a little bit better on the website, but in person, maybe it's the lighting in Michaels or something, I don't know, but the color in person just isn't very pretty. Not one. I mean, if you like that color, then, you know, it's fine. But I wasn't crazy about the color, and so I didn't get any of that. But I did get these. But I went to michaels.com, and they had like not just these colors still listed. They had the colors that were clearanced out the last time, and I thought, like, it's weird that, and I know that these weren't just clearanced in my store. It's like they were clearanced in a whole lot of stores. So I don't get why the Michaels stores are clearancing out yarn that's still available from Michaels. I thought, I mean, maybe it's not selling well in the store, but like if it's still available on their website, why isn't it just like staying in the store? I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. Of course, I don't understand all this. I don't understand all the inner workings of, like, you know, a major corporation or anything, and you know, in data and how much, and I'm thinking about, like, I don't even know if like, this is going to go off on a tangent. Like on Friends, when everybody's saying, like, what does Chandler do? Like, nobody knows his job. But they actually mentioned it a couple of times. You know, data reconfiguration and or statistical analysis and data reconfiguration. If you actually watch Friends enough, that's what he does. Is that what? Is there somebody in the companies or whatever that? That's probably just a random tangent. It has nothing to do with this. But, like, you know what I'm saying? There's probably, like, you know, somebody that works in Michaels that, you know, has access to just numbers and data and sales numbers and this kind of yarn does well, and so this should go into the stores, and if this doesn't sell very well, then it should just go on the website, or like, I don't know. I don't know how any of that stuff works. So but it just seems weird to me that they have a yarn that, I mean, it's really nice yarn, but it's just not in the stores. It's clearanced out, but it still exists. So that's just kind of weird. And it's from Michaels. I can see, like I know how Walmart clearances out yarn. I'm just like rambling. I know how Walmart can clearances out yarn that's not theirs, because maybe it's not selling well in their store, or they're making room for other yarn, but it still exists out there. But like, if Michaels is clearancing out Michaels yarn, you know, loops and threads, but yet it still exists, then I don't know. It's just weird. I don't understand all that crap. But anyway, so all that to say, then I need to put all this yarn away, and but I found out that, you know, this ring spun actually still exists. So like, if I now I'm looking at the ring spun that I do have, the purple and the blue, like these are the ones that I really loved the last time it was clearanced out. This purple color, it's a multicolor Concord multi. It's just like purple, and then they only had one skein of this blue, and it's called Tranquil multi, and I thought, like, why are they getting rid of this? Is really nice, and I was lucky to get 2 of these and 1 of these the last time, and then I got a whole bunch of the orange and gray and all that. But to know that, like, this still exists, then I'm just thinking. Of course, you know, full price. It's like, I think it's $7.99 a skein. I got these for $3 a skein. But now I feel like, you know, if I don't have enough of this to make a project sometime, I guess I could buy more if I had like a Michaels coupon or something. But just have to buy it from Michaels.com. But like, if they still have it and it still exists and it's Michaels brand, why don't they sell it in the store? I don't know. I just, maybe it wasn't selling well in the store and stuff, but they didn't want to get rid of it, or I have no idea. But anyway, so that's what this video is going to be. Just me putting away my yarn, and it's not just this yarn. I do have this is the leftover yarn from the cowl that I made shell. There's more of this purple because this is a solid, but there's some of that purple left. And I realized I actually have this purple already. It's in the I need extra hands. I need extra hands when I'm crocheting so that I can, you know, keep up with all of my whips and stuff. I wish I had, like, you know, 18 hands to, you know, crochet all at once. And so in that cube or shelf or whatever, up here, this one right here, there's that like really thin yarn that I got in Goodwill. And then there's a dark purple, and I'd said one time when I was organizing my wall that I thought it would make like a good project, like a really pretty scarf, mixing that dark purple with that thin purple. And the dark purple that I have, that I got at Goodwill, a couple skeins of it's this same purple. So I didn't need to buy this when I made Shell's cowl, but so I do have that color. So I'll probably put this up there with that. And then what's left of this, Concord. No, Songbird stripe. There's like a little bit of this left. I mean, I'll have to find a room. What I could do is roll this into a ball and put it with my balls around, because there's not much left of it. I don't want to like make room just to, you know, put this flat little bit of yarn there. And so there's that. And then the whole cowl thing that I made for Shell, which right now I've already sent to her, but she hasn't gotten it yet. But by the time this comes out, because I'm so far ahead in filming, she's probably already gotten it and everything. But the how I had said in the video that I had started to make it a couple times. I started to make a cowl a couple times. It was the one I wanted to like make her a cowl before I found out that she liked this yarn from Hobby Lobby. And where is it? Oh, this yarn that I had gotten at Joann. That big twist value, the teal, whatever it's called, sort of something ridiculous. This one that I had gotten when they were going out a bit, Aqua Ombre. It's so damn thin. I mean, I just like I wanted to make my cowl in the EG stitch, and like I said, to make the clusters like really stand out in the EG stitch, you have to use a thicker. I'm not saying like you have to. See, I talk so fast sometimes I don't finish words. Thicker, you have to use like a thicker yarn. I'm not saying you have to use like a chunky yarn, but like a more substantial yarn, like the Premier kind of yarn, not like this really thin splitty yarn or whatever. And the clusters just didn't stand out. So I was going to make it in this, but then the clusters just weren't standing out. And I was so frustrated with this yarn because of how it's gorgeous yarn, but it was so thin and splitty, it just pissed me off. And so I pulled that out, and then I started to do one with one of these from this is, you know, way before I knew what colors that she liked. Because I had a couple of these skeins from the Hobby Lobby clearance, and it's called Violet Wisp or whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't exist anymore. This like variegated yarn. I was trying it with this, and it's nice. It's turning out really nice. I'll probably finish it. I didn't pull this out. I'm gonna leave it. I'll probably finish this and have it be like just a pretty dainty kind of scarf sometime. But see it's a little thinner on the thinner side, on the thinner side, or too on the center. On the center side, or too, on this thinner side, or oh my god, on the thinner side too, and oh my god, I can't talk today. But because the yarn, even though it's a medium 4, is on the thin side, it's just the clusters don't stand out as much with my EG stitch with thinner yarns, and so I like to use the like thicker, not like really thick yarn, but I mean you can kind of see the little clusters, but I really like the clusters to stand out. So so then I decided not to finish that one, but you know, this I'm gonna, you know, put away. I might finish that one day, I don't know. And then I started with these two because I thought this is really nice substantial yarn, and I actually really like this. But when I found out that Shell likes those other colors, I wanted to go with those colors that she would prefer. And so even though I like this, and the reason why I chose these is like I also wanted her to see the EG stitch in person because she's mentioned it several times in her videos, and I know I need to do the tutorial of the EG stitch for everybody, and I will do that. But I wanted to show her like what it looked like in person in like a lighter color and a darker color. And so I had this really nice Premier Basics, like really nice substantial thick, just God, I love their yarn. And I had these two colors. It's like I think it's lemon, and then I'm thinking about Mama's Family. Like I said lemon. Every time I say lemon, I think, you know, that guy in the supermarket episode of Mama's Family goes lemons, you know, whatever. I told you I have like so many TV and movie references. It's ridiculous and irritating. But and then bright blue, and so like this really pretty. It's so bright. It's like, you know, just gorgeous teal color. I love this blue. But I started to make a cowl, and I wanted to make, like, it's so ironic, or not ironic. It's funny that I was thinking of like making her this, because if I would have made this and had sent this to her yesterday, like I sent her the other one, it would have been like ridiculous her getting this cowl, because it's like it was going to be the kind that you can like double up, and she literally posted like yesterday that her heat index where she lives is going to be like 109, and then like, oh, can you imagine if this showed up that she'd have like, oh, I'm just trying this on just to, you know, see, and then she'd be like sweating her ass off. But anyway, so, but this is a gorgeous cowl, but I like the one that I made for her instead. But so I'll finish this one day. I'm just like doing a couple. I'm just doing a couple rows of each color, and then it'll be long enough to be able to double up. And because I do love cows that look like that. But so that's like another whip that's not finished. And then there's this one I started the other day. God, it's so irritating. Like I have that cube over there of cotton, and I wish I had a third hand. And I have that cube over here with all this cotton that I had gotten at I'm really just like off today. I have the cotton that I had gotten at Hobby Lobby, and like all of it clearanced for the most part, except for that clay colored kind. But I'm thinking about putting that away, not only because it would free up that whole cube, because if you see behind the cube, there's more space in that cube behind all that than there is space being taken up by that yarn. And I was thinking about like putting it away, because I started to work with some of it the other day, and I don't see myself using that anytime soon. I'll use this up to finish this whip or whatever sometime, but it's so frustrating to work with. I know that I haven't used a lot of cotton, but God, it's just so thin and splitty, and just like the hook keeps snagging on it, and like my tension, I have to grasp it so hard. Like I have tight tension anyway, but it's usually kind of fine. But I had to like really have tight tension just to keep the stitches together, and I don't like working with that cotton. Or it's the Crafter's Secret cotton. I don't like working with it, and so I thought like I should put it away, but then I thought maybe I shouldn't put it away in drawers or something. But I thought that these drawers are full of yarn and stuff, so it's not that big of a deal that I would put the cotton away, because I don't see myself using it. It's taking up a whole cube, and I'm not just saying that just to have a cube to put yarn in, but I'm just thinking I just don't see myself using that anytime soon. Like I'll finish this. What I'm making with this is one of those. I've seen somebody make a towel topper, and I thought it like made me remember, like from my childhood, my mom used to have some of those. I don't think she made them, but it was like a dish towel, and then at the top there was like this thing at the top, and it was like this strap that you could wrap around like the bar on the or the handle on the oven, or the oven door handle, and you could like put it around there, and there was a button on it, and I thought like that I need to make like a towel topper, because like I remember that from my childhood. And so but I know that you should use cotton, you shouldn't use an acrylic yarn, because if you're going to be using it as an actual towel. I'm still not I'm just all over the place today, sorry. I'm still not, it's still weird in my head to the idea of making something so functional. Like I could see like making something like a wearable, but like it's so alien to me in my head to think of like making something with yarn that is functional in a way like a dishcloth or a washcloth or a rag, like we say in the South, making a rag, or like a dish towel, or making a dish towel or like a rag, and or a dishcloth or whatever. I mean, they're gorgeous. I've seen people make them, but it's just so weird to me to think of like making something. Because like everything that my mom has ever made, everything that people make in my family, it's always like really beautiful things, and they're so special or whatever. It's just you don't want anything to happen to them. And like there's a couple blankets of my mom's that she's made that where a couple of the stitches have come out. I don't know, maybe just from the years of it existing, or maybe there was a knot that she missed, or I don't know. But there's a couple areas that I need to figure out how to fix. But they're everything that has always been so precious or whatever, and so it's just kind of a weird thing for my brain to comprehend, like sitting down with a yarn and like crocheting and like all your effort or whatever to make something, and then you like use it to wash yourself in the shower, or to wipe up something off the counter. It just seems like I don't know, I'm so in this mode like, oh, everything that you make is something really special and precious. But to like use it to like as a rag, like an actual wash rag, or I don't know, it just sort of it just doesn't click in my mind. It just seems kind of weird. But like my aunt would probably she was really creative. She was a writer and an English teacher, but she was never creative, like doing things like this. She did like some crafty things, but I don't think she ever crocheted or anything. But like she would be the type who would she was like a little floaty and little like really like she was like a really creative kind of person, and like in her head all the time and stuff, and she would probably love that kind of like she this is just another side story. I haven't even gotten to I haven't even gotten to putting away the yarn yet, but like in her bathroom she had like one of those jet pool tubs, or whatever you call it. So I don't even know what the hell the name of it is. Like one of those jet tubs, and then she had her like bath salts, and I'm not just like saying this to make it because I literally have the thing. She had her bath salts in this this glass container that looked like the coach from Cinderella. Like I'm being totally serious. Like that's that was her sort of her personality. 19 minutes, God, already. But you understand, like, where her mind was. She was like, she sort of lived in like fairy tales and fantasy worlds, and she loved all that kind of stuff, and like a lot of her poetry reflected that, and she loved all kinds of things like that. And so it was like I can imagine her, you know, getting her in her, you know, little tub or whatever, and like taking the lid off of her glass Cinderella's coach, you know, that kind of, you know, mimics a pumpkin in a way a little bit, and has like these gold wheels coming off of it, and like taking that off, and then like, you know, dipping her, you know, hand crocheted like almost doily looking washcloth into her water, and like I can imagine her using something like that. But like for me, you know, some, you know, fat schlub or whatever, it's like I'm gonna like make a washcloth and then like, you know, go use it in the shower, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just not registered in my head yet. Or like I haven't been able to really comprehend like making, like spending time making something and then using it as like a really functional thing, like I wash my hands and then I wipe my hands on it. It just seems like it would be like, you know, wiping your hands on the curtains, or like, you know, I don't know, it just seems kind of, I get it, but like, you know, and why can't you have a special dishcloth, or why can't you have a special wash rag or whatever, you know? I don't know, it's just weird to me, because I've always felt like my mom's crochet and anything that, you know, people do in my family is just so special, and you know, you don't want anything to happen to it. And so I would hate to think of like using one and then like if it got stained, I would think, oh my God, it's stained. The beautiful thing that I've crocheted is stained. But if it's a wash rag or a cloth or I mean a dish towel or whatever, then, you know, it's supposed to. But anyway, I can just make another one. But whatever. Let me just get back to what the hell I was saying. And there's a fly flying around. God, this is just like, this video is just. Is this video even going to exist in the future? Am I even going to use this mess? Anyway, so I started to make a dish towel, and just to get rid of this yarn, and because I wanted to try to use up this yarn and force myself to use some cotton. And I got this far, and this is like the width of it. Of course I'm going to go along the top. This will be the top, and then I'm going to, you know, go all the way down as far as I can go, and then I'm going to, you know, cinch the top, you know, to bring it in, and so that it'll kind of bunch up, and then I can start to add the topper. So it'll, you can imagine like the way the dish towels are, how they kind of like bunch up like this, and then so then there's like just a little panel right here, and then you can like do a couple rows, and then you sort of, you know, increase down to the strap, and then you create the strap. I'm just kind of like gonna kind of freehand it or whatever. I'm not, you know, following a pattern or anything. It's just like, it's something, you know, pretty basic. I can kind of make up, but it's gonna be like that. And so I'm using this crafter seeker that I got at the Hobby Lobby die-lot clearance, 74 cents each. So I shouldn't feel like, oh, I'm making this and making this. I'm making this, and I have this craft stick. I'm making this, and if it gets ruined, I can't feel like, oh, well, it's something that I made. I only spent, you know, $1.50 on the yarn, not even that. So it doesn't matter. But so I'm making that. I'm sorry about today. It's just, I'm just all over the place, and I'm so in my head. I hate when I get in this mood where I'm like in my head and I can hear every single word coming out of my mouth, because I'm like, I start analyzing it and thinking, you know, oh, you dropped another G there, you know, dude from the south, whatever. And so anyway, so this is another whip, but I'm just not. I'm not excited to finish this, because like I got this far, and it was so hard to like. I guess it's turning out okay. I mean, the stitches are consistent and everything, but I just felt like my tension had to be so much tighter, and the way it kept snagging. It's not just a hook issue. It's the way the yarn is just splitty. The way the cotton yarn is. It's split so easily. I mean, and not just like. Because of the hook, like I would pull the stitch out to finish a stitch, and then like I could see, like before I pulled it with my my finger, you could see all the threads of the yarn. It was like it was splitty as I was working with it, and I just don't like how cotton is so. It's not silky like really soft. Like it's just so the way the material is, it just doesn't stay together like acrylic does. I love the way acrylic stays together, but I don't know. Unless it's like really splitty, you know, big twist or whatever, or there's some other yarn that I've gotten that's been kind of splitty like that, but I don't know. So that's another thing that I'm gonna work on and finish. But all that to say, I'm probably going to put my cotton away in one of these drawers or whatever, and just get it out of the way so I can have that cube. Because I don't need to have it all displayed, because I don't see myself using it anytime soon. And it's not like I don't have yarn in these drawers already. So I do have yarn in there, so it doesn't matter. As long as it's put away, you know, who gives a crap. And I'll know it's in there. It's not like I'm, you know, shoving it in a drawer and I'm never going to look in it. But, you know what I'm saying. So, anyway, let me just get to this. I'm sorry, I haven't even put the yarn away. But, although I sort of feel bad about those videos where I'm just putting yarn away, and then I'm just like, you know, putting it away, and you're just like over there trying to listen, like, what is he saying over there in the corner of his room? And I'm just like talking about, like, sort of openly talking to myself about. I'm always talking to myself. I'm never talking to anybody. But I'm like sort of openly, you know, you can hear my thought process of like why I'm putting this yarn there, or maybe I could put it here. Maybe. So I feel bad about, like, it's nothing but that in some of those videos. But anyway, it doesn't matter. And so I found this bag. My mom was with me at Ollie's, and they had this bag that said "Life is better with cats." I don't have any cats. I used to have a cat. We had it for, like, I think it was literally over 20 years. And I might as well go off on another tangent, God. But hang on, let me just say, and I found this this bag at Ollie's or whatever, and I loved it because it has a ball of yarn in the front, and my mom said you should put some of your whips in it or whatever, and I thought, oh yeah, that'd be like a cool idea, because I was saying in the video that I wish that you could find cheap whip bags or whatever, or, you know, cheap bags, and somebody suggested that you could use like pillowcases from Goodwill or whatever, and I thought, like, that would be a good idea. But then I saw this bag, and it was and then somebody else suggested, like, grocery bags, and I was thinking, oh yeah, they do have some really pretty grocery bags, or like the reusable bags from stores, and this was only 99 cents at Ollie's. And then of course the day I went back, it was like, you know, a week or two later, when I was thinking, oh, maybe I can get like a whole bunch of these because of the whole ball of yarn thing. I went back to Ollie's, and they were all gone. Like, not just these, but like every single kind they had, they were all gone. I guess it was like they were having some big sale or whatever. Like, if you're a member of Ollie's, sometimes they'll send you the coupons in the mail. And there's one time where they send like it looks like a big ticket, and they have like a specific sale where it's like, oh, you know, 5% off the whole store, 10% off, or whatever the hell it was. I forget what it was. It was like some store-wide sale, and it was like a couple days after that, and I only knew that because when I was going through the line, I heard the woman at the register telling somebody else that, oh yeah, we just had a big sale and everybody was in here, and because, you know, everything in the store was a certain, you know, percentage off or whatever. And so I was going through there because that's where they have all the bags, and like it was clear, like not just like their bags. Like, I mean, even their bags were gone. Like, all the pretty ones are gone. All the bags that just say Ollie's on it, all of them were gone. So I missed out on getting more of these. But I do have one of these, and it is so damn big that I can. Sorry, I'm cussing. But it's so big that I could probably put all my whips, all these like little tiny whips in it. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Like this cowl thing, and it's just gonna get all messed up. I need to, instead of doing it on camera and having it get all messed up or whatever, because I'm doing it with one hand, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put all the whips in this one bag, and then I'm going to try to, you know, work on getting the yarn on the wall finally. After, what has it been, like 15 minutes already. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put all these whips in the bag or whatever, and then I'm going to start putting the yarn away. Hang on. Okay, I have all my whips in my bag, and there's room in here for more, and I do have a couple small whips that I have in a cube upstairs that I sort of put up there, and I may put them all in here if they all fit, the smaller whips. And then, so, I may have to use this one day, but this thing that I showed in another video that I got in a Goodwill for, what was it, $4? And I may extend my niece's wall that way if I get enough yarn for her. But I just feel like I don't want to put any of my yarn on this, because if it's over there on her wall, then she's going to think, oh, look at all of my yarn now. And it's like, if I put these, I've already said this, but if I put these loops and threads in there, like I can already see like the hats and scarves and that kind of stuff that I'm going to make with these. I don't want it to feel. I don't want her to think that, you know, all this is for her. When I want to make very specific things with all this ring spun. So I don't know what to do with it. But then I was also thinking, if I put this over there, like with one of these PVC pipes, you know, coming off of there, like that. It would also be over my washing machine, and it may, like when I lift the lid of it, it may actually bang this, so it might not even be a good idea to use it over there. So I don't know what to do with this, but it was just like it's a neat thing. My niece has some like dresses and stuff. We bought her when she was younger. She used to have all kinds of like pretty dresses and shoes and like all that. And she has like some of those racks that you can get it. I think we got them at Ollie's, where you can put like hang clothes on them, and there's like 2 levels or whatever. I could probably use one of those as like a freestanding shelf that used to have her dresses on it, and hang this on that. But I don't know if I'm going to put it in here or even put yarn in it. But it is a neat thing. I don't know what to use it for, or if I'm going to even use it in this room. But I just have it there just in case. But I'm not going to need that today, I don't think. There's a lot of yarn to put away, but I feel like I'm going to have room for it. So, anyway, now it's time to go through it. This table. Alright. Now, I do know that like this has to go on my niece's wall, the Cozy Occasion, and then that big yellow one. This one, and then this white one. I do know that all 3 of those go on my niece's wall, but I feel like these are all medium floor acrylics in this one. And then these are all like velvet yarns and fur and chunky yarn and stuff like that. I feel like all this needs to go on my wall too. So I can at least put those 3 on her wall. Okay, I feel like I can put one here. Can you see that? Yeah. I can put one here probably. And this Cozy Occasion there. And then the yellow, I thought I could probably put, you see right here is just this little ball of black yarn, which I can just put anywhere. It's just this tiny little bit of that. I can put that there. And I could put this yellow here. So that's a nice space for some yarn. Cubes are kind of bulging out of the side, but it's just because these skeins are so big. And then the other one is this white, which I thought maybe I could kind of put it here on top of this big skein. I think that would be good. Alright, so well, at least hers is put away. Now the big job of putting mine away. Hang on. Okay, I thought with this ring spun, there is room down here with this other ring spun. See, it's like if you sort of push it aside, there's room here for more of it, and it's actually a little bit deeper than you think. And so I was thinking I could probably condense this down just a little bit to make room for the other ring spun. And so I was thinking, see, I can put some behind here, like a layer of 3, and then if I do this, 3, see, then it frees up space for 3, if not 6 more here. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 6, or I think there's one of those. I could put this down here, 2, 3, and then probably squeeze in the other, maybe. So I don't mind having to squish these together a little bit. They're not, it's not going to smash this yarn. I just need to use this because it is really nice. But they have every single one of these colors on their website still, so it's weird. Alright, yeah, I think that's good. And then I can do that same thing with this cube. This is that gray that I used for that scarf. What color is this? Drizzle. See, like, that's why I didn't want to assume that it was gray, because it's called Drizzle. Alright, one 2, 3, and then do that same thing. This side. Alright, so I can put 6 here. Let's see if there's any that I have 6 of. That white maybe? Or just 2 sets of 3. That's 3 of those. And then 3 of the black. Alright, I'll put the black and the white one over here with the oh, well, that kind of works. The black and the white with the gray. I don't know why I'm putting this black away, because I feel like I need to, or I want to use this black. So that's the whole reason why I wanted to get this yarn in the first place, because this black is really nice. It has some gray and white mixed in it. And it would make a really nice cowl and hat set or whatever for myself. So put that there. I don't think it's sticking out too much. No. And so I have freed up that cube. And then, see, with this orange that I got with the mix in it, this one is called Coral Reef Multi. They had 7 when I clearanced that out, so that's kind of an odd number. I don't know what to do with those. I mean, to condense them down. I'll still have one extra. Of course, I could put 1 here, and then only have 3 of these. I could put blue there. No, I can't. The purple. I'll put the purple on top of there. So I only have 2 of those. And then I could put 3 of one color on the side of that. So I have 2 blue, although I feel like I'm going to be getting those other 2. I shouldn't know. I do have 3 of these purple that I got. That'll kind of be nice there next to those other purple. What was this color? Grape jam. Put that purple there. I just need to remember that I hate putting yarn behind other yarn. So I feel like I'm going to forget that it's there, but I just need to do an inventory sometime where I list every single yarn that I have. So that I don't forget. Alright, so there's all that. And now I have 4 white, 2 blue, and then this blue. I feel like, okay, this will go well with this blue. And it matches that blue too. God, I just need to get some. Put white behind here, and then put the other 3 white next to it. And then there'll be room there for more. Not that I need any. And I can at least do that. See, now I feel like, oh, there's room for 2 more in the back and then 3 more next to this. I don't need to get any more. So I can do that. Alright, so that's put away. That was I didn't expect to be able to put all that away so easily. Now I have another cube. Okay. God, did you hear that fly by the camera? God. So these are all the medium 4s, which I'm not going to put over there. I may have condensed those down a little too much because I don't know. I thought I needed a lot more space for those ring spun, but they fit there really nicely. I may not even have to put my cotton away. Because like this is what I have left to put away, and really all that's going to go on this wall, so I might not even have needed to condense it down so much. I don't know. Oh, there's another cotton. Great. I start to use 2 and then I get another one. That papaya, so I'm going to put that over there. I guess I'll leave my cotton here because I don't really need to use this cube, because now I have this whole cube. I don't know what to put here. I don't know, because I don't want to put my velvet yarn there, because I like how I have it all there. Yeah, I like how I have it all there on that one shelf where I put all my scrunchy yarn. So, see, there's three skeins to go on that shelf. All right, so I'll put that there to go there, and then this is like thinner yarn, so that sort of needs to go up there on this side. Oh, there's another velvet, and then this chunky yarn will probably go up there on that shelf with that heather, and then yeah, I don't even know. See, I don't need that cube. What I need to do is just like not jam it in there so much, and then I can do that thing if I need to later on. Let's see. No, I kind of like it like that though. I don't know. I'll figure out something to go there. I hope that's not like, you know, the universe saying, oh, you're about to come across a whole bunch of yarn today, because I don't need any more. Of course, I never stopped moving before. Because I don't want to start putting variegated colors over there. I don't know. Maybe temporarily I could put some of this other more unique yarn over there, but see, most of this that I need to put away is the variegated colors that I got from the Hobby Lobby clearance, dial-out clearance, and then one solid. And then all the rest of it is sort of like yarn that kind of goes there with all my chunky and stuff, so I don't know. Alright, here's this Sweet Delight chunky, and I'll put this with my chunky. And here. There, and then this fur that sort of goes over there, and this thin yarn, and this is that kind of goes there too. It looks like hair, or in my mind, because of the whole 10th Kingdom thing, bookmark, and this velvet, this like this. I guess I should put this with my velvet yarn for the scrunchies, even though I don't see myself using this for a scrunchie, even though it's really it would make a nice scrunchie. I don't know if I should use this for a scrunchie, because like having to do triple crochets in each stitch, like with really thin yarn like this, it would take forever to make a scrunchie out of this, although I've done it with like regular medium 4-weight yarn. So I don't know, because like these big crushed velvets, they do take up a lot of room, and I do need to use some of that. But I'm starting to get a lot of velvet, so I don't know. I guess that goes there. And then this. Okay, maybe I can put like these two up there on that shelf with like all these yarns. There's probably room there. And then while I'm up there, I'll put this sport weight up there with my solids, like next to that black. I think that'll be good. Oh, have it backwards. Oh, you didn't even see. I didn't even have to point out what an idiot I was. I was about to climb up the ladder. It was backwards. There weren't even any rungs on this side. Didn't even have to point out. You couldn't even see it. Oh well. And so I'll put this white up here with the other sport weights, and then these two, I guess, will go on this shelf. Although, no, I don't want to put this up there. I'll put this one like this up here, because that kind of matches. But like that green, I don't think it belongs here with these. I do love that green though. And I feel like what I should do is push these gray ones behind here, because I don't know what I'm going to use with that heather yarn. It's such an odd yarn. Somebody suggested Hedgie, crap. You know who I'm talking about, Hedgie. I forget your full username. I just love her. She's always commenting on my videos and stuff. Like, so was usually the first person to comment. She said that you could use that yarn and then like crochet a liner that's a lot softer and stuff. So use that for the outside of something. I feel like that's what I'm gonna have to do with that yarn. And I don't want to put any yarn behind yarn that you can't see you can't see anywhere else. But I feel like if I was going to do it with any of the yarn, it would be that, because I don't really know what to use that for yet. So I just feel like I should tuck that behind there. I need to move my table a little bit, get further over there. Come on. Okay. I mean, I love your idea, Heidi. Is it Heidi on board or something like? You know who I'm talking about. If you know, that's a stupid thing to say. If you know who you are, you know who I'm talking about. God, she's always been there from practically the beginning, commenting on my videos. Her and Bunny Gaffney, and like I love all of you that have been commenting from the very beginning. And so, but she had this really great idea to use it on the outside of something, and then just crochet a panel or crochet a liner out of a softer yarn. And so that's probably what I'll do with this, but I hate to like tuck this behind here. I will do that one day, Heidi, if I use that yarn. So, see, there's like so much room behind here. I can just tuck these behind here and just forget about them for a while until I figure out what to make with it. So that frees up a little bit of space there. And it's not like I bought that you know, with the intention of using it for something. It was just like in a bag from Goodwill, and so it's just like extra yarn, so I don't feel bad about kind of tucking it behind there. And so what I could do is put all these, since it would be like right next to this area, to like put the yarns here, like these thinner yarns, the fur yarn, and all these other ones, the tweed and like all that. Put these up here. I don't want to forget this green is up here because I love this olive looking green. Thin yarn, and then the fur, and this one, and this one. I know it doesn't really match those, but you know, it doesn't matter. As long as it's on my wall, I shouldn't give a crap. I was about to say something else. And so, there's that I'll put away. And then, I guess it's just the velvet and then the medium fours. So, that's not too bad, I guess. That's solid. So I don't want to put it in there because that's what with all my fall blanket skeins. Or there's a couple other back in there, but I have that pink solid to do something with. I don't know. So my solids over here. This is my step ladder. It's really nice. It's, so don't think it's like some cheap step. This is like heavy as hell. It's a really nice step ladder. So don't think I'm gonna bust my ass on as much as you might want to see me do that to make a viral video. No, I'm not gonna bust my ass on that nice sturdy step ladder. I've had it for years. I don't know. The solids are just so full here. I don't know if I have room. I guess I can like squeeze it in there. Squeeze my pink in there next to my black skeins. Yeah. Alright. Good. Alright, so that's in there. And then the velvets, which, okay, you can see. I don't know if I have room for all of these. Like, especially this. This one's like it's, you can't really smash this down that much. It's kind of, it's squishy and everything, but it's just, it's like more solid of a skein than this, where you can just kind of smash it kind of flat a little bit. Not that I want to, because these are nice velvet skeins, but let me see here. Might be able to squeeze one in there. Of course, this shell pink, I think, okay, that's the shell pink too. I could put that behind those. I could put my nice red one here in the front. Oh, there's room here. One. Maybe this purple. Or brownish purple, really. Right. Oh, crap. There's a lot of room behind there. I didn't realize that. I wonder if they keep pushing back in there when I put yarn in it. Alright. Yeah, this shelf is a lot deeper than I thought it was, but I don't want to put anything behind there unless I put this shell pink behind there. But let's see, I'm gonna at least put the shell pink. Move that over a little bit, kind of back in here. Oh, or no, I could put it behind. I'll put it behind here actually, because I put some extra pink ones back there anyway, so shell pink back there. All right. See, I just put those away probably last week or the week before. I don't even remember that I put those extra pink ones back there. God, that's why I need to really do an inventory so I don't forget what I have. Put that there, and then this here. Wait, is this ivory too? No, of course not. Put that there, and then the only other one is this one. I don't know, I feel like it goes with my velvet skeins, but I don't know. I just don't see myself using this to make a scrunchie. I don't know why. Maybe I'll put it up there with my odd yarns or something. Or squeeze it in somewhere. Of course my battery lights blinking. That's because I've been talking for 45 minutes and barely put any yarn away. God, hang on. I'll figure out what to do with that, and then I'll plug in my camera. Hang on. Okay, and while the camera was off, I went ahead and fixed those ring spun. What I did was I just took the ones that were, the only ones that are behind the ring spun are these extra gray. They're behind there. But I pulled the ones that were behind here and put them up here. And so like these were behind here, and then these were behind here. So I just kind of spread them out a little bit just to make it full. I didn't realize I didn't need that cube. So anyway, so let me try to put these variegated colors away, and then get in this video. God, I guess I may have to like start to put these all these extras. It's like this is an extra, this is an extra. I don't need all these extras showing because I do have room behind down there. And so there's an extra one of these, an extra one of these, and so I've got all 4 of those up there. And so let me put these up here. Although now, because some of these are ones I've already bought, some of these are extras now too, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But let's put these up here. And then, this one, this one. Okay, so that fits good, and then all the rest are. Oh no, there's a blue one. What else can I pull out? None. Oh, I could pull out one of these. That I was working on that cowl for shell. Okay, that there. Nice color. All right, so these are all extras. That oh, I will put this purple up there. Other ones, and so I'll put this purple up there. So I'll put the purple up there, and then all the rest of them I'll just put behind all my variegated. Oh, I still don't know what to do with that velvet yarn. Crap. I don't know. because it's pretty jam-packed right here. Let's kind of squeeze it here. Yeah, it's there. Right there. All right. That works. And then all these, I don't have to show myself doing this, but I'll put all these behind here because all these are just extras. So I'll do that off camera. Oh, and I will roll this into a ball. I can, you know, if you are interested, I'll show you how I roll it into a ball. If you, I mean, if you are a crocheter or whatever, you probably know how to do that. But might as well. This video is going to be long enough anyway. Went up on all my tangents. But I just take the piece like this and wrap it around my 2 fingers, you know, a few times. Like that. And then I kind of gently pull it off and kind of like twist it into a little ball. Like that. And then I just wrap it around like that. Gently. And then kind of twist it. Takes a minute to get it. May start coming off. Or coming out just a couple times, and then twist it, or turn it around and roll it a couple more times, and then roll it around and a couple more times. It makes me think of that scene in Heidi. I love that movie. That it's not really a Christmas movie, but it feels like a Christmas movie because how. I mean, it's not a traditional Christmas movie, but they should play it every Christmas. There's a big Christmas theme in the very end of the movie. But I love that movie, Heidi, with Shirley Temple. But there's a scene with the grandmother, and the guy's like holding the yarn like this, and she's like rolling it into a ball and telling the story of Heidi's grandfather. And so anyway, there's that one. Heidi's a very special movie to my mom and I. I mean, just like that, and then you just you keep turning it or whatever, and you know how to roll a ball of yarn or whatever. It's not that difficult. I probably just had oh, this would be a perfect excuse to go off on another tangent about a movie or whatever. And so you just keep like turning it or whatever like this, and holding it, and then just you know, rolling it more into a ball. But the movie Heidi is really special to my mom and I. Yeah, she loved that when she was growing up, and then it's just become like one of our favorite Christmas movies and stuff. And like I said, we love Christmas in our house. We still have our Christmas tree up. We didn't have our Christmas tree up that much during the pandemic and stuff. And so then when we finally put it up or whatever, we just haven't taken it down. I did take it down once to like dust it. It's weird that you have to like dust a Christmas tree, but you know, if you have it up for years, then you have to dust it every once in a while. And so I still have my Christmas tree up, and I just love Christmas, and with all the people we've lost in our family and stuff, and how important Christmas was to us, and like I've said in I think one of my other videos, my grandmother and my grandmother and grandfather, but Grandma and Poppy is what I used to call them. They were honored as one of George H.W. Bush's points of light. For all the good that they did, because they used to he was I don't want to say like dress up, or and there's no kids watching this, but they used to play Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus, and they were made it into newspapers and stuff, and they used to like give out used toys to kids and stuff, and clothes, and they were like honored as one of George H.W. Bush's points of light, because they were such good people and everything. And so and that's why in some of my original videos you could see my grandma's urn, and I made it into I just took this box from Goodwill because I'm like a crafty person too. And I made her this urn for her ashes, and it has like white and red stripes, for Christmas, and so Christmas has always been like a really special holiday for our family. But all that just to say, but Heidi is one of our favorite Christmas movies, and I'll show this thing sometime in the future. because I don't want to clutter up my channel with all kinds of like of my other interests, like I tried to do before, and it just didn't, it wasn't successful. But I do have a lot of other creative interests. It's not just yarn and crochet and stuff. But I did this thing. I made this ornament for my mom's on our Christmas tree, and it has a dome over it, and I made it look like the grandfather's house, because it was inspired by Heidi, because there's a scene in Heidi where she gets this this snow globe, and it reminds her of her grandfather, and I made this snow globe ornament with like one of those plastic domes, and it has like I printed out a little thing of Heidi like carrying in the wood, and the grandfather, and like a picture of his house, his cabin, and sort of made it look 3D with some styrofoam, and then I bought the little music button thing, and I put it in the back, and I went through the movie and extracted all the songs, and so like you can hit the button, it'll play all the songs, because she does this little tune or whatever, and there's all kinds of music, but I made this really adorable little ornament or whatever that's inspired by Heidi, and just my mom just loved it, and it's on our Christmas tree, and but. Okay, quick edit. Since I was talking about the whole Heidi ornament thing, and while I was rolling up that ball of yarn or whatever, I just thought I'd show the actual ornament if you're interested. Like, if you're watching at this point in the video, then you're probably, you know, a regular viewer and subscriber, and the people that, you know, like to comment on my videos, and so you won't mind me going off on this little bit of a tangent here. What else is new? But you probably won't mind me going off on something like this instead of like the crochet. But I just wanted to show this because I am really proud of this. And if my niece was my kid, I would show the video. But like, you know, she's my brother and sister-in-law's kid, so I would never like show her face on camera or anything. And so you know, that I'm protecting her privacy for their benefit. But there's a really cool video in our home movies where I was making this while she was over here one day, and when I finished it and I held it up and showed her, she was just like and she was literally like speechless for, you know, it felt like, you know, 15-20 seconds. Like, she was just so mind blowing. It like blew her mind. She was so it was just in awe of how cool this is. And I don't mean to say that like, oh, it was, you know, like this really cool thing, but like, I am really proud of this thing, and my mom just loved it too. Made her cry at Christmas, and because we just love Heidi so much. But this is a little ornament. And see, it's flat like this, like a piece of cardboard, and then or like one of those poster board kind of things, and then it has like the dome here, and see how it's 3D. It has like the little trees in it, and then I took a screenshot of the house, like his actual house, not the one from the snow globe that she thinks or that reminds her of her grandfather, but like the actual house from Heidi. And then I did this like styrofoam thing where I almost like in a diorama style, and made it 3D, and then I took a screenshot of the grandfather carrying in the wood, and then little Heidi there in the front carrying in her little sticks, but you know, on her back from that part of the movie. And then it has like these little trees. I bought a Dollar Tree in it, and some like cotton balls and stuff. I mean, it's adorable. And at the bottom, I sort of put it in this where it looks like a snow globe, like the little bottom part, and it says hi, like H-E-I, hi, love you, Merry Christmas, Mom, and you know, love, whatever. And so I made her for that, or I made that for her in 2023. But see, on the back it has this little button thing I got on Amazon, and I loaded all the music, and I would play this, but I don't want to get a copyright strike or anything. But let me see. Okay, but I'll just like quickly show you like what it sounds like. Okay, that's enough. But but it plays all the songs from the movie. But the thing that starts it out is I'll probably put a link down in the description below. But there's somebody on YouTube that makes music that sounds like music box music, and they took the music from Heidi and they made it into a music box thing. And so I took that video and downloaded it to like an MP3, or like, you know, recorded it off my computer and loaded it on here, so it sort of sounds like a music box, playing the music box version of the music from Heidi, and then it has like all the actual dialogue from the movie with all the songs and stuff. And then there was so much space on this little button thing that when I recorded the audio from the entire movie, to extract all the music. I had room to put the whole movie, so you can like literally hit the button and listen to the entire movie, all the dialogue and everything. Not that she would, but you know, it's just so it has like every single one of the songs and stuff. And my mom just loved it, and we love Heidi, and it was like the perfect gift for my mom that year. But so that's what the little thing. This is the kind of stuff I do. I don't just do crochet and all that kind of. I do like weird it's weird like creative stuff like this. I mean, it's adorable and I love it and I'm really proud of it and stuff, but I do creative stuff like this all the time, and that's what my channel was originally supposed to be, like every single thing that I've done, like all the kinds of creative things I do, not just the crochet, but this is the kind of like a glimpse of like what you would see if my video or if my channel became like every single thing that I do, all the creative stuff I do, because it's it's more than just yarn. It's like weird, really creative, but really weird oddball things like this. But anyway, like who else would make an ornament based on Heidi or whatever with little cotton balls and little trees and stuff and a little music box in the back. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that in here in the end for anybody that may be actually watching this far into the video. So anyway, I'll get back to the video. Like all that, I'm like rolling up a ball of yarn, and then that's what goes through my head. I'm thinking about Heidi, and I'm thinking about the movies and Christmas and our whole family and like all that. So just rolling up a ball of yarn. But anyway, that's just how my brain works, and how I'm all over the place in a negative way sometimes, but like also just doing like one little thing can cause my brain to go all over the place and find a lot of like really good memories and be really nostalgic and think about like my whole family and really good memories and good movies that we watched and loved and all that. So anyway, so sometimes it's good to be a scatterbrain, I guess, because you can. Your thoughts can scatter to all kinds of wonderful places too, not just the usual mess that I scatter off to, or it scatters off to. But anyway, so that's the it wasn't even like a tutorial of how to roll up a ball of yarn. I just basically just went off on a tangent and some memories, just rolling up a freaking ball of yarn. But anyway, and that's why I don't like to or why I don't have any urge to like get a yarn winder and stuff, as cool as they are and everything, because I love like rolling up a ball of yarn. It's really cool, and it reminds me of my mom, the way she rolls up balls of yarn when she crochets, and that's how she did it when I was growing up, and it's a fun thing, and like it takes hardly any time at all if you if you're used to it. I know that Naughty Autistic Granny said that she got an electric winder because it was hard for her to make a ball, but I love doing it. It's so much fun, and apparently it inspires all kinds of memories and stuff. It makes me think of my past and my family and everything, and movies. Of course, that's where my brain goes to movies, but and movies and memories. So I'll put this ball in with this stuff, and what I should have done from the start, but I would have had too many of them. I started to save some of these labels, but what I should have done is like taken a little piece of this and like put it in. Well, I started to do that, but I didn't keep up with it. Like keep the labels and then keep a little piece of the yarn with it, so that I know which colorway is which. But I could just Google it or something. I don't need to do that. But I do keep a label sometimes, but I'll tuck that in there too. But anyway, let me just. I'll put these skeins of yarn behind that shelf, and then do a final recap. And hopefully I won't go off on another tangent about some TV show or movie or whatever. Hang on. Okay, that's what that area looks like now. And then the yarns that are up there, and it wasn't too much of a pain to put the yarn away. It's not a pain. It's fun as hell, but you know what I'm saying. It's becoming like a job just to put the yarn away, because it's gonna have so damn much of it, whatever. But anyway, and I'll leave that cotton there, I guess. God, I don't want to know what to do with it. But anyway, and then of course the ones I put away from my niece. Where was it? Oh, this one and that one and. Oh, that one. God, so damn much on her wall, I can barely keep track of where I put it, or which is which. But anyway, so that's about all for this video. I don't know how long this damn video is or anything, but hopefully it isn't too long. But I did go off on like way more tangents than I thought I did, or thought I would. But just putting yarn away or whatever. But and I didn't have to pull any yarn off to make anything, because which I hate that, because I wanted to like do that kind of video and like pull the yarn off to actually make things, but I do have some whips that I need to finish, and I've been working on my mom's blanket, and I've been working on the pride stuff. I need to finish that stuff, and then some other things too. And so I'm working on stuff. So that's what I feel like that's what my priority should be, instead of like pulling yarn off to start another whip or whatever. But anyway, so thank you for watching this video. If you watched all the way through, God. Sorry about all the tangents or whatever, but it's just how I am. You should be used to it by now. But anyway, thank you for watching, and like and subscribe, comment down below, all that kind of stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello, when I live near a gas station, and whenever that gas truck goes by, I'm just going to throw this in at the end of a video or something. Whenever a gas truck goes by, they need to get their brakes checked or something, because it makes this like really loud noise. It sounds like there's a dying seal out there in front of my house. Anyway.